What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning Channel. Today, we are on day 17 of day 20. We're almost there. Test day is coming up on Saturday, and I can't wait for a lot of you guys who are taking the test here. I'm of day 20. Just making sure. All right, sound is good. So I'm really excited for you guys who are able to take it this Saturday. And for everyone else who can't, but is still watching along to get ready for the September, October, November, December, whatever test date you're taking, welcome. And I hope this is being useful for all of you. What's up, Louise? What's up, Vivian? What's up, Rutwick? Zoe. Hey, good morning. Zoe's back. Hoping that these have been useful and beneficial. I'm really trying hard to stay consistent with it. What's up, Quang? What's up, Mox? Marivi. Hey, what's up? And we're almost there, and I think these have been beneficial for everybody by and large part, so I'm really excited about that. On other news, part 4, the slides are, the last animation is going on to the last 6 slides. Literally, it'll take me 20 more minutes to get it done, and then I'm going to film it right after that. I got a big chunk of time until 1 o'clock today, so I'm going to film it, and then I'm going to try and edit it down in those hours. And worst case scenario, it's done tonight, so it's out today in the absolute latest in the evening. Oh, you took your exam today. How did it go? Hey, what's up from Bangladesh? Jamul, what's up? Oh, my God, Martin, I'm so sorry. They're not supposed to do that. They said all the cancellations should have happened last week, so that's a bummer. What's up, Leia? Okay. So check it out. We are on practice test 9. Now, this is one of the 2 new practice tests that the College Board added last year, and it's the no calculator section. I know I have taken this before on my channel, but we are doing it again fresh. It's been a while, so I think I took this last summer when it came out. But anyways, for those of you new to the stream, I'm taking this in real time, so I can't answer questions on the fly, but I'll come back and do my best to answer questions thereafter. Leave questions in the comments if you're not watching this live, and I respond to every single comment. Just might take me a couple days, but I do get back to everything eventually. And last but not least, check out my math puzzles channel, everybody. I'm going to put another link up here so you can see the latest one. I'm going to do another one this Friday, hopefully. This is the last one that I made here. Let me post the link so you can check it out if you haven't yet. It's a sixes challenge, and it's a really fun one. Look, what's the whole point of the math puzzles channel? So you can get extra practice, and you can really. Oh, what's up, Taran? Thank you. You can get extra practice with math in a fun way. You can do daily puzzles. There's almost 50 up there now, and we're going to be releasing a bunch more, eventually a book as well that goes along with it. So it's just for fun and also to exercise your mind in a fun way. What's up, Aditya? Ish, what's up? You're welcome. All right, here we go. We are going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. For the system equation above, we'll survive x plus y. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to multiply the bottom one by -2, 2x minus, I was trying to see if I could get x plus y without having to solve individually for each, but I don't think I can. So 2x minus y, so I'll multiply the bottom one by -2. -2x minus 4y equals -8. Cancel, and that becomes -5y equals 0. So y equals 0, so x equals 4. So 4 plus 0 is 4. Make sure I didn't make a mistake. 4, 0, 4, 0, 4 plus 0 is 4. Yes. Number 2. Which of the following is equivalent to this? Distribute, 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 distribute. I get 2x squared minus 2x plus 3x squared minus 3x. Combine like terms, 5x squared minus 5x. Boom, done. Numero trace. Which of the following statements is true about the graph of the equation? Okay, first of all, if they're talking about the graph, I want to get this into slope-intercept form, so I'm going to add 3x to both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 2. Y equals 3 over 2x. Oops. Hold on. I wrote that weird. That's supposed to be plus -4, not equals. It's plus -4. And then divide by 2. Y equals 3/2 x. I'll just say -2. And so it's got a, positive slope. It has got a positive slope and a negative y-intercept right there. This is the y-intercept. It's -2. This is the slope. It's 3/2. And that's that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. Number 4, the front of a roller coaster car is at the bottom of the hill and is 15 feet above the ground. If the front of the roller coaster rises at a constant rate of 8 feet per second, which of the following equations gives the height in the front of the roller coaster car s seconds after it starts up the hill? So it's literally 8s plus 15. It's A. Now, why is this? Because every second it's going up. So at 0 seconds, it's at 15 feet, right? So if I plug in 0 here, I get 15. Boom, that's excellent. Then, hold on. And it goes at 8, rise at a constant rate of 8 feet. That's pretty fast, actually. 8 feet per second. Which of the following equations? S seconds. So at S seconds, at 1 second, it's at 23. That works here. 2 seconds is at 31. Same. So you just plug and chug and you're, 8 per second and then plus that 15 starting. 5, the equation above gives the amount C in dollars of an electrician charged for a job that takes H hours. So it's 75 per hour, you can see. Electrician worked 2 hours longer on Ms. Sanchez's job than Mr. Rowland's job. How much more did the electrician charge Ms. Sanchez? Okay. So 2 hours more, that 125 is the same, so that's irrelevant. And then it's, let's say, whatever it is, if it's like 2 hours here, it's 150, 4 hours would be 300. But it's just 2 times 75, so it's an additional 150 because it's just those extra 2 hours. Number 6, the circle above has center O, the length of arc ADC, that's this whole thing, is 5 pi, x equals 100. What is the length of arc ABC? So this one. Got it. So we can use our arc length formula, which says that 100 central angle over 360 times circumference, which is 2 pi times radius, equals 5 pi. All right. Now this will help us get the circumference and all that stuff. So this becomes, this becomes 10 over 36, which is 5 over 18 times 2 pi r equals 5 pi. So I'll multiply by the reciprocal, 18 over 5. So 2 pi r equals, cancel, 18 pi. So the circumference is 18 pi all the way around, which means this other side is 13 pi. Now the other way we could have kept solving, right? I could have been like 2 pi r equals 18 pi. Get rid of the pi's. Radius is 9, right? Divide by 2, so the radius is 9. And then I could have done the same formula, said this is 260. So then it's like, hey, what is that? It's 260 over 360 times 2 pi, and we know the radius now is 9. That becomes 13 over 18, and that's 18 pi, right? 2 times 9, cancel, 13 pi. So that's another way to get to it. 7. If 8 over x equals 160, what's the value of x? So let's multiply both sides by x. 8 equals 160x. Divide both sides by 160. See how it's a two-step isolation process there? X equals 8 over 160 is 1/20th. Which is 0.05. I mean, it can't be 20, it can't be 80. Like, these are all ridiculous. So that one's got to be it. Obvious. Number 8. In the equation above, a is a constant. If no value of x satisfies the equation, what is the value of a? Now, they said no value. I'm going to show you instinctively what I want you to do in this case without even thinking too much is just distribute, right? Because that's just a method of simplification. So let's start there. Equals 3x plus 15 plus 5x minus 5, right? Because it's 3x, 3 times 5 is 15, boom, 5x, 5 times -1, -5. All right, now we combine like terms. 2ax minus 15 equals 8x plus 10. Okay, so now we get to the point where we're like, now we want to look at this. What does it mean to have no solutions? Well, if you think about it like this, if I ever have an equation that's like 2x plus 7 equals 2x plus 3, this has no solution because these two are identical. And there's no way that like a number plus 7 will equal that same number plus 3. This is impossible. So if we can get the variables to match up like this with the same coefficients and these other constants different, it's never going to have a solution. Well, the constants are already different. We got a -15 and -10. We just need to get these guys equal. Therefore, a has to be 4, right? Because 2 times 4 is 8. Then we have 8x, and it's no solution. 9. A system of 3 equations is graphed in the xy plane above. How many solutions does a system have? All right. So a system will have a solution where usually it's two lines where they intersect, which is still just 1 point. But now it's 3 lines, and this is not a solution. This is not a solution. Only this is, because this is the only place where all 3 lines intersect. So there's only one solution. Number 10. X equals this. The equation above is true for all x where a and b are constants. What's the value of a, b? I'm just trying to see if there's an easier way than just foiling, because normally, of course, we want to foil. I'm not sure. I'm just going to foil. So the way we foil this way is that goes boom, boom, and boom. And then this one goes boom, boom, and boom. So first we have 5ax cubed minus abx squared, right? That times that, plus 4ax. Now watch how I'm going to group this. Then we come here. I got 15x squared. I'm going to place it under this x squared, right? Positive. And then I got negative minus 3bx. The x's are together. And then plus 12. Okay. This matches up with this, because that's the only x cubed term. That's the only x cubed term. Therefore, a is 4. That's good. Now we just need to solve for b, and I guess I will figure that out from the x squared, because now that's really minus 4bx squared. And we're supposed to get negative 9x squared. So 15 plus what equals negative 9? That's negative 24. So bs equals 6. So it's 4 times 6, which is 24. Now we can confirm that maybe over here. Here we're supposed to get a negative 2. So that would be 16, and that would be negative 18. Those would cancel to negative 2. So it works. Sorry. Okay, number 11. Which of the following represents all possible values of x? Okay. Again, we can plug in if you want, right? Like 0 seems to work. If I plug in 0, it works. Actually, why not? Let's eliminate. But I don't like to go that way. I like to cross multiply and do it my normal way. 4 definitely doesn't work. Negative 4 probably doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. 4 doesn't work because I just plugged it in and tried it. So I guess plugging in is actually okay. Normally I don't go this way. Normally I'd cross multiply, factor, and all that stuff. It's probably 0 and 2. If I get 2 over negative 1, it's negative 2. Wait a minute. Maybe it is 4. Oh, it is 4. I'm sorry. 4 does work because it's 4 over 1. Here's 4. 8 over 2 is 4. So it's like that. Okay. So there's a way for plugging in the values that just worked, right? 2 violates it. Negative 4 violates it. 4 violates it. 0 is good. Oh, yeah, and they did have 4 in multiple spots. I have time. Let's just cross multiply anyways, do it the standard way. Cross. 2x squared minus 6x equals 2x. Subtract 2x, so we get 2x squared minus 8x equals 0. Factor out 2x. We get x minus 4. And these are the two solutions, 0 and 4. All right, number 12. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above for x greater than 0? This is, backwards synthetic division. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this over common denominators and combine. So I'm going to multiply this by the 5 times 2x plus 1 over 2x plus 1. That becomes 10x plus 5. And then I'm going to add it to the 1 over here. And this all goes over that common denominator now. And that becomes 10x plus 6 over 2x plus 1. Boom, done. Numero next, 13. The graph of the function f in the xy plane is a parabola. Which of the following defines f? Okay. Vertex at 3, 1. That fits the bill. That does not. This would be a vertex at negative 3, 1. This would be a vertex at negative 3, 1, right? It's always the opposite inside, same sign outside. So now I got it down to 2 options. Is there a 4 or is there nothing? Now we plug in either of these 2 points, and let's see. Let's plug it in. Let's plug in 4, 5 down here. So if I plug in 4, I get 4 minus 3 is 1 squared plus 1 is 2. So this one is out. It's got to be this one, but now we're going to double check. 4 minus 1, that's 1 squared is 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So we do get 4, 5. Just to be safe, let's plug in 2. 2 times minus 3 is negative 1. Squared is positive 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So 2, 5 also works. A is the 1. Numero 14. In which of the following does the shaded regions represent the solution set in the xy plane system inequalities above? First of all, we've got y equals x plus 2. This is x plus 2. That is x plus 2. Oh, it's all the lines are correct. But it's y is greater than x plus 2. So the shading needs to be up here. So A is out. Shading's in the right spot. Shading's above. Shading is below that x plus 2. So D is out. Now, this one I need to get it into slope-intercept form to really understand the shading. Okay, so 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 6. I subtract 2x from both sides, then divide y is greater than or less than or equal to negative 2/3 x plus 2. So again, a y-intercept of 2, which we see down there. And so the main thing here, it doesn't matter because all the lines are the same, and it's this one with the negative slope, but it's less than. Okay, so we should be shading below. And again, here's that line. This is below. So B is the answer, it looks like. This one is this, and it's shading above it. So that would be greater than, so C is out. Last one, number 15. 15 down here. What is the set of all solutions to the equation in the what is the set of all solutions in the equation? Okay, hold on. Let's get more room here. So we are going to square both sides, and we get x plus 2 equals x squared. Then I'm going to subtract x, subtract 2 equals 0. And I'm going to factor if possible. 2, 1. Minus 2 plus 1, because that multiplies negative 2, adds to negative 1. My solutions are negative 1 and positive 2, right? Opposites, what make it go to 0. But now we have to test them. So I'm going to plug in negative 1. Get negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Plug negative 1 in there. I get positive 1. That works. Now, so negative 1 is definitely good. And then 2. If I plug in 2 there, I get 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Plug in 2 there, get negative 2. 2 does not equal negative 2. And so people are like, well, wait a minute. Square root of 4 is also negative 2. What about that? Isn't that still valid? Remember, on the SAT and these types of questions, radical equations, we're only looking at that positive side. That negative side is not legitimate. So only at the positive, and that would be when you get the positive 1. The 2 doesn't work. Or sorry, the negative 1, which gets you a positive 1 when you root it. 16, what is the volume in cubic centimeters of a right rectangular prism? Let's draw it out real quick. It's just a box. Of a right rectangular prism with a length of 4, a width of 9, and a height of 10. This is just to get the volume. The units are the same, cubic centimeters. 4 times 9 times 10. That's 36 times 10 is 360. Just like the degrees in a circle, or the sum of the angles in a quadrilateral. If x satisfies the equation above, let's solve for x. Subtract 2 from both sides. 4x equals 2. X equal, divide by 4. 1/2. Boom. What is the value of 2x plus 1? Plug it in. Oh, we could have done this more easily, but that's okay. 2 times 1/2 is 1 plus 1 is 2. The other way we could have done it is literally just divided this whole equation by 2, and you literally get 2x plus 1 equals 2, which is that. But both ways are valid. 18, 8 minutes left. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. The figure above shows the complete graph of function f in the xy plane. The function g, not shown, is defined by f of x plus 6. So it's basically a vertical transformation 6 up. What is the maximum value of function g? Well, the maximum value of function f is 2. So g would be 6 more than 2, right? Because these are the max values, so it's 8. Where I think they're trying to get you here is you'd be like, oh, the max value is 4. Remember, the maximum value is the function value, the y value, not that corresponding x value. Number 19, triangle P. Okay, first of all, they didn't draw it. Look, unless you're really pressed for time, I would draw this out every time. Triangle PQR is right angle Q. Boom. If sine of R is 4/5, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse is 4/5. And by the way, this is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle, right? Use Pythagorean's theorem if you don't believe me. It's 3, 4, 5. Boom. What is the value of tangent of P? Look how nice this setup is. Opposite over adjacent. 3 over 4. And that's it, right? I just want to make sure I didn't make a mistake. Right angle Q. If sine of R is 4/5, what is tangent of P? Opposite over adjacent. Perfect. Last but not least, number 20, and we got 7 minutes to spare, so we're in great shape. The graph of the linear function f is shown on the xy plane. The graph of the linear function g, not shown, is perpendicular to the graph and passes through point 1, 3. 1, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something cool. Ready? This has a slope. Well, hold on. Let me read the rest of it. What is the value of g of 0? Okay. There's 2 ways we can do this. The first one I'm going to show you actually is not the best if you're doing this on paper because you're not going to have the tools like I do, but watch this. This has a slope of down 2 over 1. This has a slope of -2. Well, if this one's perpendicular, it's going to have a negative reciprocal, aka positive 1/2, right? Because it's -2 over 1, so positive 1/2. So it will go up 1 over 2 like this. And you'll see when I connect these points, it's going to look perfect, right? Forms a nice right angle. Now, they want g of 0. They want this, right? And I can see it's 2.5. Or you could say 5 over 2, either way. And we're done. But what if you don't have these tools? What if it's not so precise? Okay, check this out. We can put we can use point slope to come up with the equation of line G, just the same way I did. You know, we have the slope as 1/2. We have the point 1, 3. So I could say y minus 3, the y value there, equals 1/2 times x minus 1. Distribute. We want to get into point slope. Or, slope intercept, excuse me. Y minus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. And then I add 3. Y equals 1/2 x. 3 plus that, 3 minus 1/2 is 2.5. Guess what? G of 0, they are asking for the y-intercept. This is the y-intercept. And so that's basically it. Okay, we're going to stop the clock as we are done, and we're going to check the answers. And let's see how we did. I do feel like this was, if I had to rank between, easy, medium, hard, scale of 1 to 5, where 10 would be the hardest I've seen, I would put this at like maybe a 4, something like that, in terms of difficulty compared to other SATs. That's my feeling, but you tell me if you disagree. Okay, maybe 3.5, 4, something like that. Let's check it. No calculator. BADA. 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 5 is CBDC. CBDC. 9 is BCBD. 13 is ABB. Yeah. 16 is 360, 2, 8, 3/4, and 2.5. And that is it, my friends. We are done. So let's take a look here and see how people are feeling about this test. Wow, a lot of stuff. What's up, Quang? Oh, Maksud, thank you so much. Do they provide the formula for a rectangular prism? I think it's on there, yeah. I can't remember here. Hold on. Sure. So let me see. I'm going to show you my recent, the presentation that I'm working on here, and you can kind of see. 1 second. This is what's going to be in my new video. Yeah, here's the slide with these. Yeah, they do. It's right there. Rectangular prism. Length times width times height. So Let's see. Good morning. I took my how Wally, I'm curious to know how you felt about that. Oh, you're expecting a 1400. That's amazing. Yeah, the geometry stuff is coming out today. I'm excited. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I don't, it doesn't matter if you easy, hard, it doesn't matter, because if it's a hard test based on the equating principle, they're gonna make it a easier curve, and if it's easy, it's gonna be a tougher curve. So it just, I wouldn't even think about that. Catherine's got a question about the first question. How did I get 4? Well, look, I got 0 for y and 4 for x. If you plug those back into both these equations, it works for both. That's the short answer. The way I did it, though, was I used the elimination method, right? Like, I matched up the variables to be opposites just for one, like the x. So I made that negative 2x by multiplying the bottom by negative 2. Those canceled out. Then I got negative 5y equals 0. Y has to be 0. Plug that into either equation. Plug it in here. X equals 4. About the time you went to college? What do you mean, Quang? Like, you want me to talk about my college experience? High on English is, it's not my expertise. I'm working with some people right now. Hopefully we'll have some English videos for you soon. But the thing is that for me, yeah, I can get it in like 740, 750 on the English when I take the SAT for real. And I would say that it just comes with a lot of reading and tons of practice. I mean, these guys that are trying to sell you tips and tricks, there are, of course, strategies embedded within this test all over, right? But it's not like you can just implement a set of strategies and get around the fact that you got to be able to read effectively. You got to understand the rules of grammar, and I mean, that's really it. Yeah, I can do it. I can talk about college. I went to the University of Michigan. Oh, so glad, Vivian. You're very welcome. Yeah, Kushal, I do think this was on the easier side. Like I said, from a scale of 1 to 10, I think it's about a 3.5 or a 4. So we'll see it in the calculator. I can't remember. Yeah, go blue. I can't remember, but I'm going to bet the calculator section is going to be on the harder side just to balance it out. Okay, guys, I got to go. I'm going to work on this video for you now for these additional math topics. Oh, Adil, thank you so much. Yes, my pleasure. I'm going to work on it now and hopefully release it today, and you guys tell me what you think of it. I hope you love it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, what time? Beats me. I've got till 1 p.m., which means I've got 3.5 hours to shoot and edit. If I can get it done by then, I'll immediately upload it, and it'll upload while I'm working with my tutoring appointment starting at 1. If not, it'll be in the evening. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, guys, I gotta run. I gotta get to work. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in the next video, which is tomorrow.